Hello, friends. Welcome to our 2025 Sublimation Camp and Beyond kickoff. We are so excited that Sublimation and Beyond Camp starts tomorrow. And so in this video, we are just here to chat with you about camp, about what's going to be happening, all the things that you're going to get to learn, the giveaways, the sponsors, just everything. We've been doing this now for a while, and it really is a fun little chat. We just get to kind of hang out with each other, answer your questions, make jokes. It's a good time.
All the things. So if you have questions about camp, feel free to ask those in the live chat if you're joining us live. And that way we can kind of answer them live and help other people as well. And of course, if you're like, catch this on the replay later, you can drop down in the comment section and ask any questions you have, or we might answer them within this video, hopefully, fingers crossed.
I feel like we answer all the questions several times. So if you are just starting this, you'll probably get your question answered at some point. But so we are now doing Sublimation and Beyond Camp. So we started with Sublimation Camp. We had Sublimation Camp for 2 years, and we added DTF last year, which is direct to film printing. And this year we just decided it's like Sublimation and Beyond. It's all the other printer crafts that are really coming into their own in the last year or two. So that includes DTF printing, UV DTF printing, white toner printing. I'm sure in the future we will be adding more as more types of printing become popular. So it's still like at the heart of it, a sublimation educational event. But because these newer technologies are coming out and people are kind of taking sublimation and they're like, okay, now what can I do? We're adding those extra types of printing on. So you can kind of see where you can go once you kind of nail sublimation.
Yeah. And I feel like printer crafting is like coming into its own right now, right? Like there's all these different printers coming out. They're getting smaller. They're getting more affordable. They're getting more user-friendly. So it's a great time to be wanting all the printer crafts. So if you don't have your free ticket yet, if you're like, okay, I'm just hearing about this now, you can head to sublimationcamp.com and grab that free ticket. And I did put a QR code somewhere up in the corner up there. And if you know how to scan QR codes, you can scan that. It's in the description below the video for a link. Grab a free ticket, join us tomorrow through Saturday or actually Sunday morning, and learn all about sublimation, all these other types of printer crafting Corey just went over. We have tons of different classes. With your free ticket, we have a basic section, and those are free all 3 days. And then each day, more classes will open up. So we have day 1 classes, day 2, and day 3 classes.
I think we have more than 40 classes this time, which is just a lot of classes. So obviously this is a lot to get through, but we have pulled out those beginner classes, and they include beginner classes for the other types of printing that we talked about. But we have pulled out those beginner classes just so that if this is your first time with sublimation or printer crafting, that you can start there, and they're available all 3 days. So you don't have to worry about like getting through all the beginner classes on day 1. Then all of our day 1, day 2, and day 3 classes, a lot of them are for beginners, but they teach a specific type of, sublimation craft, or they dive a little bit deeper. And we do have some intermediate classes for those of you who've been with us for a couple of years.
And those of you that have been around here for a while, just a heads up that we refilmed quite a few of the basics classes. So quite a few of the basics classes this year are brand new content because we felt they needed a little refresh. Our opinions had changed. Some like vendors had shut down. So we just sort of refilmed some of those. And those should be marked as like new for 2025 if you want to keep an eye out for that. But be sure to catch those if you are like a returning camper.
Yeah, we want to make sure that you guys that we're staying up to date. This is one of the reasons that we'll talk about this in a little bit, that our all access pass really only lasts a year because technology changes so fast in this space. And so as much as we didn't want to have to record a whole bunch of new videos this year, we ended up doing it because the technology has changed in the last couple of years. So I want to start out by talking about, should we start by talking about all the different classes that we have? Do you have the schedule?
Yeah. Technology here. Let's see if I can pull it up.
Can you guys all see that?
Let's make it a little bigger. Is that better?
I love it.
Okay.
Okay. So should we go down to the basics classes first?
Yep. There we go.
I think you're going to have to do more reading because I, once again, did not bring my glasses to this party.
Every time she doesn't bring her glasses and she makes me read the classes.
Sure, I don't have a pair of glasses around here. I probably do. I promise I'll bring them at some point.
All right. So for basics, there are a lot this year. And again, with your free ticket, these are free all 3 days. These will be up all 3 days. Lots of beginner classes. So we have sublimation for beginners, and that is like just the overview. Like if you don't understand what sublimation is, that's what that's going to be. Sublimation troubleshooting, another class for me. And if you're struggling with sublimation at all, that would be the class to go to. And then Corey, I know you refilmed your color management video this year.
Yeah, so if you have a converted printer, which if you know what that is, you know what it is. If you don't, you will learn in Sublimation Camp. But basically, it is turning a regular Epson EcoTank printer into a sublimation printer. The color can be very off with those printers, and so I did a whole video about ICC profiles and color management. And I refilmed it, even though I had content sort of about this in the last sublimation camps. I narrowed it down and made it into one video instead of two videos because Mac users, things get complicated. So, but it is all in one single video this year instead of one for everybody and then one for just certain Mac users. Anyway, it's all in one video, and I think it's a lot more clear now.
Okay, I feel like at the beginning of this, we neglected to mention our giveaway. So during this video, during the live, we are going to give away one all access pass. And that means if you don't have an all access pass, we'll give you one. If you've already purchased, we will refund you. And every comment in the live chat counts as an entry. So just comment, chat amongst yourselves. Any comment counts, and we'll scroll through those and pick a winner like around 45 minutes in or so. So sorry, pause there for the giveaway.
I like that Betsy just said we need to find some sublimation glasses blanks so that I can just keep them here. But those would be so cute.
We do need to find those, Betsy.
We do.
All right.
All right. So I think I can actually read this.
Okay, go ahead.
Then after my ICC profiles class, we have a class on selling your sublimation crafts, your DTF crafts. That's both of us. This is kind of a very high level overview of how you might want to sell your crafts. We also would encourage you, if this is something you're interested in, to attend Crafting for Profit camp, because literally a whole new camp was birthed out of this camp for people asking how they sell their crafts. So that will be this fall, and we'll be announcing, that here at a later date. But if you're really interested in selling any craft, go ahead and keep an eye out for that camp.
And we have a whole podcast every other week all about selling your crafts. So be sure to check that out as well. It's called Crafting for Profit Life.
We do all the things.
Yes. All right. Next up is still yours. How to press and purchase DTF.
So we talk a lot in camp about whether or not you want a DTF printer yourself or whether or not you want to buy pre-printed transfers. If you're just like, I do not want the maintenance and issues I'm going to have with a printer, you can buy DTF transfers, and this is just a simple class on how to press them.
Next up is a class for me on sublimation printer settings. And I did alter this a little bit for 2025 because so much had changed. So I went through it and made sure that the information was relevant and altered it where it needed to be altered. So if you're struggling with your printer settings, that's a good one. And then next up is our sublimation printer comparison, and that's both of us. And this is new for 2025, completely new. Our opinions have changed on which sublimation printer we like best. So spoiler alert, you're going to want to watch that if you're looking for a sublimation printer.
And then another class that we refilmed totally new this year, which is our favorite sublimation blanks and where to find them. A lot of the vendors that we had previously loved in the past have shut down, which is unfortunate, but there are a lot of very cool new vendors. And so this is us going through just a whole bunch of stuff, honestly, that we had in our craft spaces and just showing all the different things you can sublimate.
And then I did a class on sublimation without a printer, and I saw Artistry. I'm assuming that's Ashley in the comment section, and I use a lot of their products. They are a sponsor this year. Every year, she's always great to sponsor us. So I'm just showing you, like, if you don't have a printer, that you can still give sublimation a try in a variety of ways.
That's how you know I was blind. I completely skipped that class.
I was just not going to say anything.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk. And then we have a very large overview of all the different printing options. So this is for basically anybody who's like, what is DTF? What is white toner? How do they compare? What are all these things? We have printing options, HTV, sublimation, Supacolor, DTF, white toner, DTC, and more. Or DTG and more. I was like, what the heck is DTC? DTG. I know what that one is and more. So this basically is a huge overview of all of these different printing methods. And I think it can be really helpful for just differentiating between all of the different options.
I feel like if you're like, that is a lot of acronyms, you should watch that class.
Absolutely.
All right, next up is our favorite sublimation supplies, tools, accessories. Like if it's not a blank or a heat press or a printer, like all those little accessories you need, we just ran through our favorites of those.
And then we have our heat press comparison. What's best for your needs? We run through a lot of different heat presses. Angie and I have a frightening number of heat presses combined. It's like 27 or something. This is an overview of a lot of them. We also have another totally separate product called Heat Press Roadmap. If you are interested in, if you're like, I do not know which heat press to buy, Heat Press Roadmap will walk you through so many heat presses. I think we're at like 36 heat presses or something now in that course. And it's just me and Angie. We make a project, show you how to use the heat press, pros, cons, which ones we like. It's a great course. You can get that by going to heatpressroadmap.com.
And that the one in the basic section is new for this year too. I just wanted to note that. And then, next is your sublimation software class.
So there's basically, if you are new to sublimation, you can basically print out of any program, which can get really, really confusing for people. Do you want to print out of Microsoft Word or Photoshop or Cricut Design Space or Silhouette Studio or any, Google Docs? I mean, there's a huge wide range of options, capabilities and prices. So I just kind of do a run through in that class. It's not really how to use each software. It's more, here are softwares for you to look at.
And then we have a class on just what is DTF. So again, if you are confused about what DTF is, what you can use it on, we have a class for you. And then I also have a class on how to use a DTF printer step by step. So if you were like, I want to get into DTF printing, I would definitely watch the printer class, even if you're like, I don't know if I want a printer or not, because that will help you decide whether or not a printer is for you.
Yeah. And then finally, we did a new class this year on what is UV DTF printing. So UV DTF and DTF are two totally different things, and it's not confusing at all. That is a lie. It's very confusing. So DTF generally goes on fabric. UV DTF generally goes on hard surfaces. And so we talk about the differences and specifically what UV DTF is in that class.
All right. So now on to the days here.
Just have a little bit of soda. Give me just a second.
Yep, you're fine. So those were the basics. And with your free ticket, you get those all 3 days. You can watch any of those classes as many times as you want, all 3 days. Then we move on to day 1, day 2, day 3. So these classes with your free ticket, they are going to go up at 9 a.m. Eastern time. Nothing is live. They just are loaded around 9 a.m. Eastern time, and they will be up for 24 hours each day with the free pass. So if you want more access to all these classes, the day 1, day 2, day 3, the basic classes, we'll talk about all access pass, like what that gets you later, but that would be how you would get more access to those.
And then before we get into these classes, I just wanted to mention our little giveaway again, because I saw somebody ask about it. The giveaway today during this video is a free all access pass. So if you haven't purchased one, we will give it to you for free. If you have already purchased one, we'll give you a refund. All you have to do is comment. You can tell us where you're from, what you're excited about learning, pretty much anything you'd like. It's just for us to get, a list of people to enter into the giveaway.
All right. So day 1, we start out with Erin Reed, and it's no printer, no problem, sublimation projects for beginners. So again, if you don't have a printer, Erin is going to talk about options for making projects with sublimation that don't even require you to have a printer in your house. So I feel like these classes are good for those of you that are like, I can't afford a printer. What can I do? These are options for you.
And then next we have the lovely Jennifer Maker. She is doing a whole video on converting that Epson Eco Tank that I talked about. And she is talking about maintenance and keeping your printer in good shape, all of these things because when you convert a printer, it does have pitfalls. And one of those is clogging. And so Jennifer is going to talk a lot about how to keep your printer working, because the conversion part is very easy. The keeping it going is a little harder.
And then Naomi is going to do a tumbler class. So she's going to do a watercolor sublimation on a tapered tumbler. So I know a lot of you struggle with tumblers. I feel like this is going to be a good class for those that are struggling with their tumbler sublimation.
And then I have a class which applies to basically all the different types of printing crafts we're doing here. And that's how to make a gang sheet in Canva. So using the free Canva software, I'm going to show you how to basically put a bunch of images into one single document so that then you can upload that to somewhere like Ninja Transfers and get it all printed. And it's a much cheaper way to do that versus printing individual images.
And then we have another class on tumblers, and that's from Patrice Wilson. And she's telling you the secret to seamless sublimation tumblers. And I know you all struggle with seamless sublimation tumblers. I struggle with seamless sublimation tumblers. I want to know her secrets. I would definitely watch that class.
All right. And then one of our sponsors, Artistry, they are teaching a class on creative sublimation using everyday household items, which I think is just going to be really fun because, there's just like, I love a tumbler and I'm going to definitely watch those classes. But like after a while, you have too many tumblers. Like what else can I sublimate? And I feel like Artistry has some really fun options in that class.
And next up is Jen Crookston, and I think she's in the chat. And she's doing 2 classes this year. The first one is on day 1, and it's how to make sublimation packing cubes. And when I tell you that these are adorable, they are so cute, like so cute. Definitely watch the class and like get her tips and tricks, and then make your own.
And then we have another one of our sponsors, new sponsor this year, DTF Station. They're going to be talking basically DTF 101. So we have our basics class, but Angie and I, we know a lot, but let me tell you that Vince knows more. So DTF Station, they're a great company. We have worked with them for a while, and they're going to do kind of that 101 class. So if you're like, what is DTF printing? That's a great one to take.
All right, so that was day 1. And then on day 2, which is July 18th, we are going to start off with large sublimation projects with a small format printer with Angel Broadnecks. I get questions on this literally all the time. This is the class for you all, like how to make those big projects with a small format printer. And I do feel like I've seen quite a bit. Angel has done this a lot with different projects I see on her YouTube channel. So I think this is going to be really good. And she's going to have some really good tips and tricks.
And then next up, we have Shanita Nicole, one of our favorite speakers. She's talking about sublimation AI design in Canva. So again, this is another really cool Canva class that you're going to want to take. And Shanita is just a bright and joyful teacher, and I love watching her teach.
And then next up is sublimation and laser fusion with Megan Makita. So if you have a laser and you want to like really get into some amazing projects, combine the laser with sublimation. And I mean, this class is going to teach you basically how to do it. And then you can kind of go from there and make some really cool projects.
I'm excited about that one because we all know Corey has too many lasers. All right. And then we have custom can koozies. The little can coolers using DTF and Canva. Again, I know that we've been trying to lean into a little bit into Canva because a lot of people have the free version. Some people have the pro version, and it is really robust, and it gets more robust every day. So that is going to be taught by Carrie, and I'm not going to mispronounce her last name. Carrie Adam Chick.
Shit, her YouTube channel is Carrie Crafts It.
There you Carrie go. Crafts It from Carrie Crafts It because I don't want to butcher her last name.
I'm always like, how do I spell that?
Yeah, I'm like, it is a lot of consonants in a row.
All right. For those of you that have cutting machines, you have a Cricut, you have a Silhouette, you have even a Caesar cutting machine, Ellie Mae Habits is doing sublimation with any cutting machine. And I'm excited about this one because I know that we get a lot of crossover between the crafts, and you don't want your Cricut to just sit there and collect dust. So this is a way to use it with sublimation.
I love that. All right. And then next up, we have unique uses for your DTF prints. This is with Kelly Rousseau. Am I saying your last name right? I know she's here in the chat. I've seen her. Again, DTF is like one of those things where you're like, put it on a t-shirt or maybe a tote bag, and that's all you really think about. But she has some really interesting uses for these transfers that we're all loving.
And then next up is a class from me, and it's your guide to UV printing on surfaces. So if you have seen the Eufy Make, there's a new printer out that's kind of like the talk of everything. It's a Eufy Make UV printer where you can print directly on objects. I am going over that printer and showing you several projects with it, so you can kind of decide, like, is this type of printing for you? And this is one of those kind of new printing technologies that we mentioned that's getting smaller, more accessible for like everyday users.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that one. And then we have Heat Transfer Warehouse, our longtime sponsor. They've been a sponsor. I think Artistry and Heat Transfer Warehouse have been here the longest with us. We love Heat Transfer Warehouse. They're doing an intermediate class. You can see that because it has the 2 purple squares on using specialty HTV to enhance sublimation. So this is like a 2-craft sort of project, right? You're using sublimation and HTV together. And I'm excited about that one. We did some of that when we were actually out at Heat Transfer Warehouse, and it was a fun project that we did.
Yeah. And again, like not letting that Cricut machine collect dust. Like I love those type of things. Yeah. And then Creative Fabrica, another one of our sponsors, is doing polyester printing 101. So making a shirt for beginners. And this is the best beginner project, in my opinion, is making a sublimation shirt, sort of like the easiest project. And this is going to walk you through how to make that shirt from start to finish, as well as tips and tricks along the way so you get it right the first time.
Barbara says, I need a bigger house for all this crafting. And Barbara, you are correct. We all do.
I am feeling that right now, Barbara.
Feeling it. All right. You want to start day 3 with your class?
Sure. Day 3. The first class we have is Sawgrass VersaFlex, and I'm going to talk about, is it worth it or not? So it's a new technology from Sawgrass, and it combines sublimation with another type of technology in one printer that prints on cotton, that allows you to transfer to cotton. So I am walking you through the printer, how to use it, pros and cons, and that way you can decide, like, is this worth it for you or not?
I think I might have to sneeze, guys.
Uh-oh. Like, I want to mute you, but I don't.
I know. Actually, maybe it's just going to sit in like my sinuses in my eyes now. Sorry. Okay. And then we have our second AI class. This one is with Debbie O'Neill, and she's talking about AI magic for sublimation with Creative Fabrica Studio, which is their AI platform. Creative Fabrica has also been with us since the beginning.
I think so. Yeah. I feel like they have.
I mean, Angie and I use Creative Fabrica. I feel like I open that site every single day. I'm in there all the time. So they're one of our sponsors, but Debbie O'Neill is teaching this class about using their Creative Fabrica Studio.
And next up is Jen Crookston and her second class, and she is doing a white toner class for the second one, and it's a white toner first day of school banner. So you can see sort of white toner printing in action during that class, but I want to encourage you to watch that class even if you don't have a white toner printer, because she has files that you could use for like sublimation. Just hint, hint. If you wanted to make a first day of school banner, you can still watch that, get her files, and like make one with sublimation.
I love it. All right. And then next up, we have Marilyn Hay. She's teaching a class on making customized sublimation placemats. This is not even something I knew existed until she's like, this is what I want to teach. So she's teaching that. She's a great teacher.
And something else I didn't know existed, Stephanie Paxman. She's always coming in with the ideas that I've never heard of. Always. Sublimation on resin earrings. Never would have thought to try it. I am so excited about that class. I'm always looking for those unique sublimation projects, unique sublimation blanks, unique way to use it. And Stephanie always comes through.
And Stephanie's a great teacher. She's like one of those people that I feel like I've known even longer than Angie, which in this space is not many people anymore. But Stephanie is a wonderful teacher, and she's so good at resin stuff. So if you're interested in trying that stuff out, watch that class. All right. Then we have another sublimation laser cutting class. We actually have 2 of these because people are going to teach different projects. This one's with Ashley Falco. She's new to our sublimation camp this year. This is sublimation meets laser crafting, the ultimate DIY combo. Again, I'm really liking these classes that kind of combine more than one craft, right? We have like resin and sublimation, or we've got laser and sublimation, or whatever it is. I feel like they're really fun because then you get to use more than one type of craft. And yeah.
Next up is new sponsor, Johnson's Plastics Plus, and they're going to do how to sublimate photos on acrylic. Acrylic sublimation is one of those tricky things, so I feel like we always need some type of class in sublimation camp about it. That way you get those tips and tricks on how to do it correctly, the right way, and hopefully, get it right the second or third time. I don't feel like I never got that right the first time.
No, I feel like it can be really tricky. There's several different things you need to keep in mind. However, it is absolutely one of my favorite things to do. And one of these days, I really need to make a video on how to do cutouts, because I perfected this like 2 years ago and I still haven't done a video for it. So I need to share how I do cutouts for sublimating on acrylic. They're really fun. All right. And then finally, another new sponsor, MakerFlow. Huge fans. We love them. They have amazing blanks as well. They're doing personalization with UV, DTF, and DTF. So they're going to do a couple different projects, and it's going to be great. MakerFlow has really, really cool blanks. Like they have stuff that nobody else has, and their team is really great too. Everybody's teams are here. Like we work with all these teams, and they're all just really great people.
All right. So if you are like, how do I get in to all these classes? Grab your free ticket right now. So you can head to sublimationcamp.com. You can scan the QR code. You can go to the description below the video. There's a link. Grab your free ticket, and you can watch those classes over the next 3 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, ends Sunday morning. Now, if you want extended access to those you're like, that's not enough time, or I'm going to be gone. The all access pass is your best option. We want to talk about like the pros, the like things you get with it.
Sure.
So go ahead, Corey.
I was just taken over. So our All Access Pass gives you access to all of the classes, including the basics classes, for 1 full year. Usually it's a little bit longer than a year. And we do that just for a year because, like I said before, because I know somebody's going to ask, why only a year and not forever? The technology in this space is changing so fast. And Angie and I do not want you guys to have outdated information because we don't want you to go to an old video, watch it, and be like, why is this not working? Or this isn't at all what I have, or anything like that. So we do that full year. We also think that full year gives you a little bit more incentive to actually complete the classes. Whereas if you have lifetime access to something, you can always just say, I'll do it next month. But with a year, it kind of gives you that time limit. And so we're hoping that urges you on a little bit. Along with the year access, you also get a whole bunch of bonuses. I think it's about $250 worth of extra downloads with files and cheat sheets and all sorts of things like that. The big one that I like is the printable transcripts. So all of our videos have captions to make them accessible for people who have a hard time hearing or anything like that. But the printable transcripts are part of the All Access Pass. And these are not just like we get them from the translation company and just throw them up. Our amazing team member, Jen, goes through every video and watches every video and follows along in the transcript and makes sure it matches, which is not the easiest job. She has the hardest job. I think that is, of all the things we do, that is the hardest job. So shout out to Jen for doing transcripts. So you get the transcripts, which a lot of people find really helpful for taking notes because you can kind of follow along. You can highlight, you can pause the video, you can write in the margins, those sorts of things. And I feel like I'm missing something.
I think that's it.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I did want to note, so we worked really hard to get our all access pass pricing down as low as we could possibly go. This is the lowest we've ever offered an all access pass for Sublimation Camp, and that price goes up tonight. So
Yeah.
if you were like, this all sounds great, and I'm kind of on the fence, it goes up like $20 tonight.
Yeah. So right now, for every other Sublimation Camp we've had has been a $49 early bird pass. And we've gotten it down to $39 this year. So you get all of that for $39, which is a lot for $39, guys. And so that cost goes into us running this whole camp. I mean, we pay our speakers, we, have all the technology that goes along with it. And of course, Angie and I need to feed our families. So we are trying to keep that cost low to make it as accessible as possible for everybody who wants to get that all access pass this year.
Yeah, so just heads up, it goes up tonight. We did put the link in the description below the video for the all access pass. So if you're like, I want to grab that right now before I forget, you can head there and go ahead and grab that.
Yeah, you can also go through the process of getting your free ticket if you haven't already, and it will do a little upsell so you can get it there as well.
All right, so should we, well, first let's mention our giveaway one more time. So in about 15 minutes or so, we are going to choose one person from the live chat to get an all access pass for free. We will either give you your all access pass or refund your money if you've already purchased one. So every comment that you're commenting counts as an entry, and we'll scroll through those and pick a winner here in a few minutes. So comment away. And while I'm talking about commenting away, you can probably go ahead and ask us any questions you have about camp at this time, and I'll kind of scroll through there and pick some.
All right. I totally did not hear what you just said. What am I talking about right now?
Oh,
I was looking for comments, and all of a sudden you're like, and I'm going to look through comments.
I was saying that they should ask their questions. So you're good.
Okay. Excellent. I was like, oh God, did she just pass something to me? And I don't know what it is.
Do you want to talk about the giveaways while I scroll through?
I can talk about the giveaways.
There you go.
Okay. So we have really big giveaways this time. We have more than $4,000 worth of giveaways. It bumped up too because we got another giveaway sponsor at the last minute. I don't have a list of the giveaways in front of me. Actually, that's a lie. I have Gleam open. Hold on. I can find it.
I was going to say it. Well, that doesn't have all the.
I'm going to go through really quickly.
I may be able to share my screen. You want me to try?
Yeah, if you can.
Technology, y'all. Let's see.
People are saying there's so many like camps and events going on, and we totally know that's one of the other reasons we wanted to make it accessible for you guys. We understand like we're being asked to speak in all of these events and we
Yes,
have to say no to
and
some. So
we try our best to avoid as many as possible, but it's just not
yeah,
possible.
we did move it back this year because there are a lot of events. Normally we've held Sublimation Camp in May. We pushed it back because there were so many events in May. So maybe we're hoping there's not quite as many in July. We'll see.
Okay, can you
Yep,
read?
I can read it. I can do it. All right. So we have a lot of prizes from our amazing sponsors. So giving all of our sponsors a shout out here. The first is a JP700 mug press with 7 different attachments from Johnson Plastics Plus. This retails for nearly $800. This is a heck of a mug press. So that is a great giveaway if you want to do mugs. Makerflow is giving away a $250 gift card that can buy you so many sublimation supplies, especially if you use their build a bundle option. Creative Fabrica is giving away an Easy Press 3 heat press machine plus the mat. Artistry is giving away some of their sublimation ink sets, which you can use to do all sorts of printer-free sublimation crafts. Heat Transfer Warehouse is giving a $25 store credit, so you can go shopping there. Ninja Transfers, which like literally hopped on like last week, was like, hey, can we send you some gift cards for DTF transfers? And we said, heck yes, because we love Ninja Transfers. So you could win one of 5 gift cards to Ninja Transfers to try their DTF transfers or their UV DTF transfers. And then we have, we have a 1-year membership to Jennifer Maker's advanced program. That is her huge membership. You get so much in that. It's insane. And that's a $300 value. So she's giving away some real value there. Angie is giving away 3 seats to her sublimation prep course, which again is just a nice, really solid overview of how to do sublimation. It's a great class. Can you scroll down just a little bit?
Yep. There, I think right there, right? Okay.
Yeah. Megan Makita is giving away a pro membership on the To-Do app, which I am actually not sure what that is, but.
So it's an app where you can sell your crafts.
That's
and
right.
It has some really cool features, but yeah.
Yeah. We, Angie and me, are giving away 10 Sublimation Camp All Access passes. So you can enter to win that giveaway. Again, if you've already purchased your pass, we'll refund it. If you haven't purchased one, we'll give it to you for free. Kelly Rousseau is giving away the Ultimate Print Then Cut bundle, which is awesome. Jen Crookston's giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. Erin Reed is giving away 3 passes to the 2025 Virtual Makers Retreat. That's awesome. 2 winners will receive lifetime access to a class of their choice from Ellie Mae. So she runs Silhouette Secrets, but she does have other classes, not just for Silhouette in there. Patrice is giving away 5 sublimation tumblers with shrink wrap. Stephanie is giving away UV resin earring supply kit. Naomi Garcia is giving away 2 $25 gift cards to Artistry, our other sponsor. I'm giving away a hard copy of my sublimation crafting book. This is a book that I published a couple years ago. Marilyn Hay is giving away those sublimation placemat blanks that she is teaching you how to use. And Carrie, a lot of letters, is giving away her DTF printing Camp Beginner's Guide.
So several questions about the giveaways. They will be within the Teachable platform, which is where Sublimation Camp is hosted. If you have the free pass, all those will magically appear around 9 a.m. Eastern time in the morning, and then you enter within that. If you have the all access pass, wink, wink, all of your stuff is already up. So it's supposed to go up tomorrow, but it's all already there. So you can head to the login page, log in, and go ahead and access those giveaways now.
And then also, as many giveaways as we could, we did internationally. However, international shipping for physical products can be really difficult. So I think basically everything that is a digital product is an international giveaway. But there are some limitations on, shipping a $800 heat press to, Australia is just not feasible. So some of those are limited just to the US. Sorry, friends.
Okay. There it is going so fast, and I am trying.
That chat is going so fast.
I am doing my best. Okay. And it keeps it'll reset after so many comments, and I'm like, would you stop? Someone asked about I can't find it to pull it up, but someone asked about, are there any free files? With your free ticket, there are certain class files that are absolutely free. So with your free ticket, you get files. With the all access pass, you get additional files. So those are those bonuses that Corey was talking about. So it's different levels for both. And something we didn't mention with the all access pass. So our fabulous sponsors, 6 sponsors,
I knew there was another thing.
I forgot about it. Okay. Have coupon codes. And for free pass holders, you do get a coupon code, but with your all access pass, you get better coupon codes at those sponsors. So our sponsors are, again, Artistry, Creative Fabrica, DTF Station, Heat Transfer Warehouse, Johnson's Plastics Plus, and Maker Flow. So for those 6 amazing sponsors that are absolutely fantastic, some of those you get a better coupon code when you sign up for the all access pass. So keep a lookout for those, and all your coupon codes will be in camp. That way you get the right one, depending on if you get the better one or not.
Yeah, we wanted to point out that everything you're going to need is in Teachable. So if you have a free pass, we will be sending you a link to access everything. You do not need to log in. You just need the link. So be on the lookout for that link in your email. We will also be posting it in the Facebook group. That link gives you access to all of the free classes. Please do not worry about signing in because it can be a nightmare. If you have an all access pass, you will need to sign in. And so I would recommend doing that now just so you can see if you can get in. Our help desk tends to get really busy on that first day, especially helping out the free pass holders because they only have a certain amount of time to watch the classes. And so we will get to our all access pass holders who are having issues, but you have that full year to access it. So we try to prioritize the people that have the shortest amount of time if they're having issues, but that doesn't mean we won't get to you quickly. It just means like if you're not hearing back from us like that fast, shout out to Susan, who leads our whole dealing with people team. We love her and she is amazing. And Angie and I we'll just say we would not be as good at that job as Susan is.
So you can, at any time, if you have any issues, you can email help@sublimationcamp.com. And those like tech issues is what I would email there. Now, someone did ask, I saw it scrolling by rapidly, if we were available to answer questions during camp, and absolutely 100% yes. So the best way to do that is to join our Facebook group. You can find that link in the description below. You should be able to find that link as well as like in camp. And you can join our Facebook group. It's the Sublimation Camp Facebook group. And you can ask questions there, and we can specifically tag a teacher. Now, if you like, I don't have Facebook, I don't want Facebook, then I would go to the camp counselors page, find that camp counselor and message them on any social media platform and ask them your questions that way would be the best way.
Somebody asked if they don't have the all access pass, if they can rewatch the classes. And the answer is yes, but for just a very limited time. So if you start watching a class at 9 a.m., you can watch that class over and over again for the next 24 hours. You can watch the basics classes all 3 days. But after that after the weekend, everything expires. And that's when you would need your all access pass to be able to access the classes.
So a fun question. Any secrets on being able to stop adulting and craft full time?
That is called our podcast, Crafting for Profit.
But the answer is like you think you're going to quit adulting and craft full time when you're doing the job Corey and I are doing, and then there's just more adulting tasks to do.
It's a lot of adulting. Like I had to, call the IRS the other day, and I was like, I don't want to call the IRS.
So it's still adulting. Sorry.
Somebody did ask if they could join the Facebook page if they don't have the all access pass. Absolutely. And we don't kick you out at the end. So anybody basically who has ever had a free ticket or a paid ticket can be in that group. It's probably over 12,000 now. There's a lot of people in the group. And you can always, all year, the group stays open. We answer questions. So you can always, join that group, share your projects, ask your questions. It's a great group.
Yes. So anytime you can absolutely ask us questions on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there's nothing, and just to reiterate this, there's nothing on Facebook that's not within the platform. So we do 2 lives, this one, and we will do a live Saturday night just to kind of wrap things up and answer any lingering questions. But both of those are kind of just for fun and to answer questions about camp. Everything else just lives in Teachable. It's not live. You can literally watch it at any point in time during those 24 hours for the free pass. Will we be having campfires this year? Yes. So every night around 7 p.m. Eastern time in the Facebook group, a little post goes up and it's our campfire. And on Friday and Saturday, it'll just be a post in the Facebook group. And we would love for you to share what you liked about camp that day, what you didn't like, just your feedback on that post so we can gather it up. And it's also really like boosting for our counselors and when we can tag them and say this person really liked your class. And then, as I mentioned, Saturday, we'll actually do that Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time live on YouTube. So we can actually chat with you and actually see your feedback.
Yeah. Somebody asked if they can buy the pass after camp if they don't get paid yet. Yes, you can, but the price is going to go up. So until midnight tonight Eastern time, it is $39 for the whole when camp is open. So I think it's until 9 p.m. on Sunday. Camp is going to be $59. Then we have a week where it's $79. And then after that, you can still buy it, but it'll be $99. And people do. I'm always surprised when I see people, they're like, oh, I missed it. Click buy.
Yeah, so you can buy it, but if you want to get it as low as price before midnight tonight, midnight Eastern time would be the time to buy.
Yep.
All right. I am just trying to find.
Somebody asked if this is the only live during camp, just this one, and then our end of camp campfire on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is basically this, but us just talking about how good everything was. Because have we ever had a bad camp? We have not.
No.
They're always very fun. Oh, somebody talked about badges. We could talk about badges.
Yes, go ahead. You're the badge creator, so.
Because we're going to camp, we have to have badges. So we decided on a whim to do this the first year, and everybody loves them. So they're basically just PNG files that you can use however you would like. You can just share them in the chat, but they have like different little accomplishments or different things that you can kind of earn. We've seen people make t-shirts with them, sashes, all sorts of cool things with their sublimation printer. But there's things like, got my free ticket, got my all access pass, second year camper, helped a friend, like all of these different things. And I know we have some new ones this year, but I honestly cannot think of what they are because I made them like 2 months ago.
There was one that was like camp cheerleader. So if you share our camp somewhere, there was one there's like follow your counselors. There were a bunch. There's a bunch of badges.
Guys, I don't know why my brain is broken. Probably because
there's new badges every year, so there's new badges out there.
Yeah, we got some new badges. I swear one of them has something to do with color because I remember making like a little.
It was like nailed my color or something
nailed
like
my
that.
Color or something. Yeah. I was like, I remember making a color wheel. That's all I can do.
It's very cute.
Yeah, sublimated something backwards or upside down. Yep, that's one of them. Ruined a blank. That's what it is. You ruined a blank. We've all done that.
Because we all do it. You might as well get a badge for it.
Exactly. I mean, people have earned that badge so many times.
So there's a new trend in the book community to embroider books on the sleeves of your sweatshirt as you read them. So
like we need
to put the badges on the sleeve of a sweatshirt.
We also have merch. So we have some great merch over at our Crafty Camper Trading Post. And the number of times we've had to come up with something.
I'm wearing my shirt though.
Oh, you're wearing your shirt. I did not wear my shirt. So Angie has her Sublimation Camp shirt on. That's available in our Crafty Trading Post. I was going to put on my Hot Stuff shirt. So I have a shirt that says Hot Stuff and it has a heat press on it. We have hot craft or hot, what is it?
It's like chaos, something about
chaos craft or hot mess, but doing my best. And it's got a glue gun. And we have long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts. We have hats, stickers, I think up to 3XL. So there are some really fun, merch opportunities there. Is that in the description, Angie?
Hopefully.
Hold on, I want to answer this question. Can you get a pass in the UK? Absolutely. You can get a pass anywhere you'd like. It's all digital, all online. The only thing you won't have access to is a handful of the giveaways that are physical products if you're not in the US.
There's a bunch of links, but the merch link is also within Teachable. So after you sign up for camp, you also, it's within Teachable as well. And I'm pretty sure I put it in the description below the video.
Somebody said your shirt must be a hack because it's white on gray. Her shirt is actually a DTF shirt made for Sublimation Camp.
It is.
So DTF is awesome because it prints white, it has white ink in it, and it can go on any type of fabric. So she's got it on a cotton shirt there. That's one of the reasons we really like DTF, despite the printers being fuzzy.
Me wearing a white shirt is never a good idea. So
Somebody asked if they could purchase the PNG and make their own shirt of the Sublimation Camp. I think I still have it available in my shop. I'm going to go look.
okay.
But it might have the date on it. I may need to change it. Let's see. Sorry for the clackety clacks. Yeah, I need to change it because it still says 2023. I'll work on that after this, and then I can share it in the Facebook group.
Okay, and then everyone can make a shirt for themselves.
Make a shirt if you want. Yeah.
Okay, so I am about like 3 minutes away from choosing a winner for our All Access Pass giveaway. So drop any comments. Every comment is an entry into the live chat, and I'm going to give you a couple more minutes to do that, and then I'm going to pick a winner, and you either get a free All Access Pass or get your All Access Pass money refunded to you.
Someone asked, are all the giveaways US only? The physical giveaways, I think, are all US only. There might be one or two that are Canada as well, but I'm not positive. But I think every digital giveaway is international. We wanted to make it as accessible, but international shipping is just, it's a lot. We send like little gift packages to our speakers, and then we were trying to send one to Kelly in South Africa, and we were like, okay, well, I have to sell like an organ to be able to send her this box of cute stuff. So
okay, so I'm gonna pick a winner.
Okay. Oh, somebody asked what we think about the new HTV Ront phone case heat press. I don't think either of us has that one. That's one of the.
It's on its way, guys.
Oh, it's on its way.
It's on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, watch Angie's YouTube channel, and I'm sure at some point in the next year or two we will add it to Heat Press Roadmap.
All right. Our winner is Helen Roberts with this comment right here. So Helen, if you can email help@sublimationcamp.com and just let them know you were the winner during the kickoff event, they will set you up with an all access pass, and or if you already purchased all access pass, they will get you your money back. So email help@sublimationcamp.com.
Awesome. Guys, I'm so excited about this camp. I'm excited to kind of like share about other types of printers as well. They're not quite as accessible financially, like as converting your own sublimation printer or even like a brother sublimation printer, but a lot of companies are also selling the prints from these other printers. So if you're like, I do not want or can't afford a DTF printer, that's fine. Definitely watch the one on the transfers, because you'll get to see the magic of DTF without having to go through all the headaches of getting a printer.
Yeah, so are you all excited about camp? We're excited to kick it off in the morning. And like I said, if you have your all access pass, Angie was up early this morning and just decided to upload everything. So all access pass.
She's like, I'm uploading things. I'm like, normally we don't do that until after the camp kickoff, but whatever.
She's not even up yet on the West Coast. It was done. So I just wanted to get it done, get it out of the way. So it is all up. And so if you have the all access pass, you can start watching now, entering those giveaways, downloading your bonuses, all those good things.
Can you guys think of anything we missed? Those of you who've been to camp a bunch of times, are we like completely forgetting one huge aspect of camp that we've done this?
Feel free to tell us what we missed. It's fine.
Oh, somebody said, but are other printers worth it since you aren't limited to white poly? That is the question, right? Like sublimation, you're limited to light and white colored polyester things. But with DTF, you're not. With white toner, you're not. With UV DTF, you're not. So the cost is worth it to some people.
One last thing I was going to mention, like if you do have questions about camp itself and you're struggling, there's a camp map within your access. So whether you have the free pass, all access pass, you'll see a lesson called Camp Map that answers a lot of the questions, along with the introduction video that we do. So tons of questions that are common questions within our help desk are answered those two ways. So Camp Map and our introduction video are definitely good places to start. And those are up even if you just have the free pass. Those are up right now. So you can kind of start already and like get familiar with camp.
Somebody asked if there was a dress code for camp. The dress code's your pajamas. Or maybe like pants with like the knees that zip off so that they become shorts. Because I feel like that's something you might wear to camp.
Yes. Yeah. Your cabin is already your house. And the campfires that we mentioned that happen on Facebook every night, that is bring your own fire and bring your own s'mores. So you bring your own.
I feel like maybe this time we keep joking that we're like, we should bring hot cocoa or something to our, although it's like so hot outside right now. I don't I don't want to drink hot cocoa.
And Daniel is so proud of me for finally getting fiber internet. Thank you, Daniel.
This is why. So it used to be that I would upload everything because I had faster internet, and now Angie's internet is so much faster than mine that it's like now her job.
I like uploaded everything in like 30 minutes, Daniel, just to let you know.
So fast. Tasha asked, how do we submit entries for the giveaway? That's all in Teachable. So there's a whole bunch of lessons for each of the giveaways within
I guess
Teachable.
we get lots of questions about the scavenger hunt. Do we want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, let's talk about the scavenger hunt. Yeah. So so the scavenger hunt is basically a fun little thing that we do to help you find the giveaways that are from our speakers. So we have all of our, both our camp, the one that Angie and I are doing together and giving away from Crafting Camps, plus all of our sponsors, all of those giveaways are within Teachable. Very easy to enter. You'll go and just enter your information into like a widget sort of thing, and we'll collect your answer. All of our speakers also have giveaways. So if you want to win that 1 year to Jennifer Maker's advanced course, or if you want to win my sublimation ebook, you'll need to go to our more information pages. So these are basically pages that are linked underneath each person's video that give you more information about everything they taught about. They can give you a free download. They might give you, a whole bunch of other posts you might want to read. I mean, there's a lot of information on the more information pages. Those are also the pages that will house all of the speakers' giveaways. And we did it this way. The first year we housed them all in Teachable, but it was a nightmare. And we decided to make things a little easier on ourselves. So now each teacher is responsible for their own giveaway. And the scavenger hunt is basically kind of like a little map where you can check off to make sure you've entered all of the giveaways on the more information pages. And if you ever have an issue finding one, like just message us and we'll tell you where it is. Like, don't stress. Like if you're like, I cannot find where to, get this one particular giveaway, just shoot us a message. We will tell you. This is not meant to be stressful.
You can post in a Facebook group and be like, hey, I can't find these, and I will just send you a list.
It's flat out give you the answer.
It's no secret. It's just supposed to be fun.
This is supposed to be fun. And we don't want this to be like a stressor. We just want it to like make it, so that you have to visit because the teachers put a lot of time into these more information pages, and there's so much good information on these pages as well. So make sure that you are visiting those pages. A lot of them have more free downloads in exchange probably for your email address. They're like, hey, you can download these 4 files for free. Just join my email address and you'll get a bunch of free files as well.
And Terry, you can message us. You can ask questions in the Facebook group or message us on any social platform, whatever your preferred platform is. I would say that. Yeah. And a lot of questions like that missed the winner. So I went ahead and put that back up down here. So the winner was Helen Roberts, and someone, who was it, was cracking me up. KB Callahan. Excuse me, was that a plain mug you're drinking from? And it absolutely is. I'm sorry. All the tumblers I make. And yes, this is a plain one.
I can't tell you how many I have sitting over there, and I'm drinking from a bottle of Diet Coke that I picked up at Home Goods, of all places.
I was telling Corey, like, I had multiple drinks today. This was the one that still had something left in it. I'm a multiple drink early.
I like that somebody said they're ready for crazy hair day. Maybe we should like split it up into like 3, like have like a theme each day. That could be really fun, like a little camp theme.
Post your crazy hair.
Hair
every day though, around here, unless I'm filming.
Right? I was like, if I'm not, it's messy bun.
Yes. All right. Okay.
The shoemaker's family have no shoes. That's why you have a non-decorated water bottle over there.
You are correct.
That's 100% correct.
You are absolutely correct.
Oh man. Somebody said stickers?
What what do you do with all the tumblers you make? I have so many that I keep, and then I do give them away. I'll donate them. I'll like donate them to like various things, like prizes for different things. Like I just give them away.
A lot of giving them away. Or a lot of putting them in a bin and putting them under a table. I also have, a lot there.
How long is each day? I feel like this might be asking like how long the classes are. So the classes go up at 9 a.m. Eastern time, and for free pass holders, you have 24 hours. There are 8 to 9 classes each day. Now, those can be from like 10 minutes to 40 minutes or more per class. And so I can't really tell you how long each day is, but it's going to be quite a bit of content each day. And then the basic section has really grown. We have packed a ton of information into the basic section. We give you 3 days on the free pass to consume that information, but it's a lot of information, and those videos, a lot of them are not short. Corey and I cannot talk for a short period of time.
We almost always talk for an hour. Like, we will still sit here talking for another 5 minutes because that's how it's going to be.
Yes, because it has to be an hour for some reason.
For some reason. It's just whatever we record a podcast, it's an hour. Angie and I can only talk in hour blocks. Somebody
So
asked,
I apologize, but it always turns into an hour class.
So Karen asked, this is just one quick thing that I wanted to point out here. She asked about the waste tank on her Epson ET printer. I think you have a video for that on your YouTube channel.
I have one for the Sawgrass, not for the EcoTank. Not all of the EcoTank printers can be replaced, and they're not all the same the way I understand it. So I've never done a video on it.
That makes sense. So that might have to be
trial
and error. I'm so sorry, Karen.
Yes, sorry. All right. Yeah, so if you do have the free pass and you can't, like if you can't do the all access pass right now, you only have the free pass. What I would recommend is print out the camp map or the schedule, both within your Teachable platform, and then just like mark the classes that are most important to you, start with those, and then consume the others if you can. But that if you have the free pass, that's what I would do. So I would mark the ones most important and be sure to get those in before they disappear.
The name of our podcast, Lori, is Crafting for Profit Live. It is no longer really live. It airs live. We used to record it live. Now it just airs live. It's every other week. We actually have an episode because we're not doing enough. We have an episode coming out tomorrow on working with influencers and other brands. And so that one is with Aaron Sparrow from Wild and Sparrow. Sparrow and Wild.
Yes.
Sparrow and Wild, my brain. I thought it was such a good talk. And so that will be on both of our YouTube channels tomorrow at 1 p.m., right in the middle of Sublimation Camp, because why not?
All right.
Yeah, Jennifer Maker might in her class cover the waste tank. I'm not sure in her.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet.
I've seen this asked a couple different ways about like making a custom shirt. So we cover a lot of the ways within camp, especially the printing options class within the basic section. Corey and I go through a lot of the options. Now, are these all of the options that exist in the world? Probably not. There are a lot of ways to make a custom shirt, but I would recommend that printing options class to give you like an overview of like what's out there. What are the like broadly pros and cons and different things of some of the options.
And it's not just shirts. DTF and DTF especially tends to be seen as a shirt decorating technique. You can put DTF on basically any fabric. So you can make pillowcases, tote bags, stuffed animals, whatever you want. And then sublimation goes on everything. Like there's so many things you can put sublimation on. White toner also has a really large, you can put white toner prints on like Mylar balloons for parties. There's just really, a wide variety of things. I know that in Kelly's class, she's going to talk about unconventional uses for DTF prints as well. So while this does feel like a shirt camp, it really isn't. I think just shirts are the easiest place where people get started. And so if you're like, I don't want to learn how to make a shirt, don't worry. You can make 1,000 other things as well.
And DJ, you are not having a ditzy moment. So all of your giveaways, if you have the free pass, go up at 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. All access pass people, you should be able to see it all. But we make everything go live. I don't like the word live, but just sort of magically appears on 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So not having a moment, the scavenger hunt will be there in the morning.
Yeah, the scavenger hunt will be with the giveaway section. It has its own thing in the giveaway section. What is DTF? DTF is direct to film. It is not the other acronym that DTF might stand for. Direct to film. So basically you're printing directly on film instead of paper. And it's done. White toner printing is technically a direct to film, but we call it white toner. DTF, UV DTF. There are a lot of things but you're printing on a film instead of paper and then transferring it. Printing on a film allows you to use that white ink. It's one of the, it's a good carrier for the white ink that comes inside a DTF printer, which means that you can make very vibrant designs like Angie's shirt and put them on any color fabric of any type of fabric. So this is one of the reasons we are really excited about DTF, because it it's like you can put it on even more types of things that, where you have sublimation, you might have limits. However, the printers can be fussy. Um, and I will say, though, that I have sitting over here, I have the X-Tool DTF apparel printer. I don't have the other pieces that go with it yet, or else I would have put it in camp. But I think it's going to be an excellent option as well. So I will probably be doing a YouTube video on it. I will definitely have a video on it in the next camp. But it is also an option that just we don't have content for yet.
And someone asked how they can get the class list I showed earlier, and it's in the schedule section of camp. So there should be something that says camp schedule, or it is also in the camp map. Like the same thing exists both places. So you can get those both places.
The QR code, I've seen several people ask about that. The QR code that is up there above Angie is to get a free ticket. You can scan it, or you can go to sublimationcamp.com.
All right.
How long are the classes? 10 to 40 minutes.
Yeah. So when they're uploaded into Teachable, it will have the number of minutes like down the left-hand side. So it does need to be once they're up. So at 9 a.m. Eastern time, if you have the free ticket, you can see all of the times. You can't see them till then, though.
Yeah. And does DTF last long? Absolutely, it lasts long. I think the shirt Angie is wearing is from 2023.
Maybe, and I've worn it many.
And it's been washed a lot of times. A lot of times. I have some DTF stuff I made for my boys when Angie and I first went out to Heat Transfer Warehouse to learn how to use a DTF printer from DTF Station. And I can't tell you how many times my boys have worn those shirts, and they've been through the wash, and they still look so good.
We don't have any content on this time in camp on sublimation sprays or sublimation on cotton. Not a fan of a lot of the hacks, frankly. The sublimation sprays, haven't found a real great one. And then a lot of the hacks, the HTV, etc. I'm just having some issues with that really fading and blurring over time. I pulled out a Halloween shirt the other day, and I was just like, it was on the glow in the dark HTV. That's one of the hacks, and it was totally blurry. So I'm just like, I'm just cautious to recommend that, because the benefit of sublimation is that it's permanent. It's not going anywhere. It's going to last as long as your shirt. And once you start putting it on cotton with all these hacks, it just doesn't last.
Then it becomes HTV with sublimation on top, and you get all the benefits of HTV and all the negatives of HTV and no positives of sublimation.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've been hesitating on covering a lot of that stuff because it's just not lasting like I want it to for you. Like I want it to last. So
especially now with DTF, I would just order a DTF transfer, to be perfectly honest. To get any of the stuff you would get from a hack, you can now get pretty cheap with a DTF transfer.
All right. So we've been at about an hour. I think we
can always talk for an hour. That's what we do.
We always talk for an hour, y'all. We can't talk for any other amount of time. So hopefully you've grabbed your free ticket by now. If you haven't, head to sublimationcamp.com and grab it. And if you want that all access pass, again, it goes up at midnight Eastern time tonight. And this is the lowest we've ever had the all access pass for Sublimation Camp. So I would encourage you to get it. If you're thinking about it, think about it quickly and get it today before that price goes up.
The price is only $39, guys. Like, this is the lowest it's always been $49 before, but in our last camp, we were like maybe $39. Like if we did all the math and we were like, I think we can get it down to that price to make it accessible to more crafters. $39, you get 40 classes for a year. You get $250 worth of bonuses. You get those printable transcripts. You get all the coupon codes. The value is much higher than the $39, but it does go up to $59 tonight. So if you want to get that $39 price, you need to do it before 11:59 p.m. Eastern time, which is 8:59 p.m. my time, when I will be sitting at my computer and switching the price.
And please do not be the person that emails us tomorrow and ask us if we can do the 39 and we have to say no. We don't like say no, but we have to say no to be fair. So please don't be that person.
Please don't be that person. It hurts. It hurts my heart every time. We make Susan do it.
We don't make people mad.
So, Bobby, all of those questions you have there about DTF, they're answered in camp. So you can dive into camp and learn all about DTF.
Yes, definitely. We talk a lot about the feel of DTF in all of our classes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for this camp. I'm so excited it's finally here. We planned for these things for so long. We sent out speaker surveys in January, right? Or
I'm not
like to
sure.
get
It's been a
speakers in
while.
January. So we started planning this so long ago, and it's just fun when it finally gets here and we can and like by now, like almost everything we have to do is done. So we just get to just enjoy camp with you guys. I'm going to watch some classes. I'm going to join in. Yeah, it's a hoot. And for those of you who are new, welcome. We're really happy to have you here. I hope you find this to be a safe and welcoming space for every level of crafter, every type of person. I like to say everybody is welcome at the table here. We try and build a very big and inclusive space for every type of crafter. So I hope that you find this a fun camp experience and that you learn a lot as well.
And we will see you in the Facebook group. Any further questions, probably the best place to ask them is going to be the Facebook group. And that way we can like interact with you in there and everyone can like see the answer.
Yeah. And Kristen, there is no promo code for the all access pass. It's just $39 right now. And then it will go up to a different pricing point at 9:30 or 9:40. No, 9:59, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you. Do not make Susan do the hard job of saying no. Susan already has to deal with the handful of campers we have every year who are not particularly nice. Don't be that person. Be really kind. She is a phenomenal human and she is doing her best with her team. So please be nice to all of our little staff here as well. I shouldn't have to say that, but every year we get like 1 or 2 people where I'm like, where did you learn how to be a human?
Susan has the hard job.
Susan has the hardest job. So give her your big thanks.
Besides Jen and the transcripts, though.
That's its own thing.
All right. So thank you so much. And if you have any technical issues, help@sublimationcamp.com, and they will get you straightened out. I would highly recommend if you have the all access pass before all the fun starts tomorrow, go ahead and try to log in right now. Make sure that you can log in, that you know your links, all that kind of thing. So you can go ahead and email them if you're having issues today.
Yeah. And don't forget to enter the giveaways, especially the one to get a free camp pass. Again, we have 10 of those. So you'll either get your pass refunded if you've already purchased it, or you'll get a free pass. And that's a really popular giveaway because some people can't afford it. And so
enter that one. Not Helen and won during the live, then entering camp for the 10. And spoiler alert, during the live kickoff at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday, we're going to give away
the live campfire.
Live campfire. This is the kickoff. Okay.
This is the kickoff.
Live campfire at 7 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday. We're going to give away another all access pass during the live. So, and Jen's back. She said, those transcripts.
We love you, Jen. Don't ever leave us. Ava, if you need to find out if you've purchased an all access pass, you can email help@sublimationcamp.com and we can look it up for you.
Yep, we can help. All right. So thank you all and enjoy camp.
All right, friends.
I know we did making it. Bye.
Awesome. Bye, everyone.